Tonight, a Utah man who traveled all the way to Tempe for an Ironman competition is still recovering after he was hit by a suspected drunk driver while he was actually in the race. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly spoke with the man's attorney. And Chase, this man's injuries are so terrible. And now you're learning some new details on how all of this happened.
Preview, that's right. This man, Andrew Holm, was hit so hard it almost ripped off his leg from a crash that has completely changed his life.
How many hundreds and thousands of hours he spent training to do this race, and this is how it ended.
Triathlete Andrew Holm competed in the very last Ironman competition in Arizona. His wife and kids cheered him on as he swam more than 2 miles in Tempe Town Lake and started the 112-mile bike ride. But shortly after this clip was taken, Holm was hit by a car near McClintock Drive and Curry Road.
It's a horrific incident. He's riding a bike, he's locked in, he's focused, and then boom, in a split second, he's hit by a vehicle.
His attorney, Lawrence Lazara, says the driver actually crossed into the blocked-off area where Ironman racers were supposed to be safe.
So he was very severely injured. He was hit so hard that he has a body imprint on the defendant's vehicle from when he was impacted.
The hit fractured Holm's back, damaged his neck, and ripped open his knee.
He could have had his leg severed.
Lazara said the driver didn't stop until about 4,000 feet after the crash when he was pulled over by police. According to the police report, officers made the driver go through a field sobriety test, but when it came to the breathalyzer, the driver refused. He was then arrested for driving under the influence. But before, people at the scene claimed they saw the car's passenger get out with a large black bag.
Witnesses say that he exited the vehicle and had bags full of beer and empty beer cans and full beer cans and threw them behind a bush to conceal the evidence.
The passenger told officers he and the driver were at Papago Park for a run and there were no trash cans there. He claimed the beers were his, but the driver does like to drink. For Holm, he was rushed to the hospital and underwent 2 emergency surgeries to repair his knee, which were successful.
Day 1, physical therapy.
Holm is getting better every day, but his attorney says this may have been his last race.
Can't run, can't ride a bike, can't swim, and he may never be able to do those things at the same level he did before this accident.
And with medical bills that are nearly $200,000, Lazara says insurance won't be able to cover everything.
And that's the real shame here is not only is his life turned upside down, his athletic career turned upside down, but he'll never make a full recovery financially as a result of how extensive his damages were.
Claims are still being discussed, and Lazara says they are reaching out to Ironman about this, hoping to cover as much of the expense as possible. Now, we didn't name the driver of this crash because, to my knowledge and the research I've done, he hasn't been officially charged yet. Now, I did reach out to the Maricopa County Attorney's Office about this case, but I'm still waiting to hear a response at this time. Of course, once we receive that, we'll be sure to let you know. We're live in the studio. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Chase, thanks.